What up, this Steph G?
And this is Nika T.
And this is
His,
His,
hers,
Hers,
and
and
the
the
Truth
Truth podcast.
podcast.
Yay!
Season 2.
We are back, man.
Indeed.
Is it been 3 months exactly? So then we stop on the 30th of.
I don't think it was the 30th, but it was like the 23rd,
No, it was
maybe.
like the 29th. I
Oh,
know it got posted on the
I know,
29th for
I
sure.
know, I know how to let you know what it is. How
Please
about that?
do, because I could have sworn it was the 29th
How
or
about
something like
that?
that.
Let me see. You're right. You're right. You're
Oh, man.
right.
This is what I'm saying, man. This is
He
gonna be
right.
a
He
topic for
right.
another day when black women don't listen to black men. Cause I mean, god damn.
Whatever.
So what's been
Whatever.
up, man?
Man, nothing. Working, living life, handling business.
Working. How's work going?
It's work. It's work.
You love what you do, don't
It's work.
you?
it's segueing me into bigger and better. That's all I can say.
Yeah, and it's crazy because pretty much we still in the quarantine.
Exactly.
It's you at least think
Exactly.
after.
This is the new normal.
Yeah, no, you're right. It
This the new
is. It's
normal.
gonna be
Everybody walking around with masks on.
them
Can't
mad
really go
them
outside if you ain't got one.
them masks are horrible. And I
Horrible.
mean that because it's like, yeah, I can breathe a little bit, but when I'm like doing a lot of walking
Mm.
or I'm in a it's still a crowd, it's still crowded areas, so it's like even in the crowded areas I'll be like, or I'm just having to pull the whole thing down and just be like, I
Cause
can't,
you gotta catch your breath.
because I can't do it, man. Yeah, you gotta, because they said something about breathing it out and breathing it back in is like not good for you. Like it's like cranking your car up in the garage and just leaving the garage door
You
closed.
know what? I've been a hermit my whole life. I'm comfortable right here. Like I've been sitting right here. I get my groceries brought to me.
Like I like being in the house when I'm planning, when I'm working towards something. Other than that, I gotta go. I can't, because like you are a spiritual person, right?
Yeah.
But do you actually, within your spiritual self, do you want to see what other spiritual things there are? Do you want to see for your own eyes, not with your.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that's the part of me where it's like, all right, I can be at home, but I can't be at home too long. Like, yeah, I need to go see some shit. I need to go visit something.
But you don't necessarily have to be around people. It's just
Yeah,
you
no,
have to go see and explore,
yeah, like I mean,
basically.
like for instance, the movies open back up.
Hmm.
I went to the movies two, maybe three times, and it was me and one other person in there. Meaning, like, they're on the other end of the movies, and I'm on the other end, and because I sit in the handicap. Is that the proper word to say? I don't know.
That
Anyway,
parking or that
that I sit
section.
in that seat, and yeah, I mean, don't nobody sit by me anyway, so just be me and the TV screen. I'm like, all right, but other than that, I've been to Memphis here and there, just for a quick getaway. Uh,
I done went to Memphis a couple of weekends. We ended up in Memphis one weekend together. And
yeah,
then,
and didn't
well, we
even
weren't
know it.
together, but
Yeah, I didn't
we
even
were
know
in
you
Memphis
was
at the
there.
same time and didn't even know
Did you
it.
get some of that chicken? I mean the biscuits from that what's the place?
Not that time I went. The first time I went, I did.
Oh.
Uncle Lou's. But
Oh, Uncle Lou's.
yeah, the first time I went, yeah, but that time, no. We went uh and ate some real good.
I wonder when are concerts coming back?
Mm.
Like,
I think everybody then got pretty comfortable with doing
man, nah.
virtual concerts.
Nah. Ain't nobody paying for that shit. There's no type of atmosphere for that. Like, unless you just supporting somebody who's still trying to bring themselves up. Like, you're a DJ, right?
Right?
And with being a DJ, you're still building your audience,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you did virtual concerts You know what I'm saying? That would be something to build your audience. I would attend that because it's like, yeah, you coming up. I want people to know who you are. I want people to see what you can do. Go ahead and throw you a
But at the
little.
same time, I mean, when you really take a look at it, think about like Versus doesn't charge for their concerts.
They don't know.
But if you think about the number of people that's actually watching those on a
Hmm.
consistent basis. Now, you have to realize with new guidelines in place, this is the new normal. You can't fill up the stadiums and arenas like they were being filled up no more. You got to, you know, separate. So when you got to have less people to come, you still losing out on money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're losing out on money. That's a fact. But it's like you can. They're still trying to find ways to do these concerts. Like the way that they had it in, I forget what country that was. It was like four people inside this little circle area, and it was outside, granted. But I mean, if you all right, if you think about it like this, at the Verizon Arena or Simmons Bank, whatever it's called now, they
Altel Arena.
it's forever gonna be
It's
Altel
forever
Arena
gonna be the
for us.
Altel Arena.
But they would never have that top part open. They would always have it curtained off. In this point, it's like, all right, you can do two people skip two seats, two people skip two seats, and you gonna get as many as you can. And if you're talking about on the floor, then yeah, you probably need to do that little four chairs in a circle and call it that. Because I mean, truth be told, it's like this: the social distancing and stuff is not gonna work. But maybe wearing the mask will work. Cause I mean, I'm looking at sports right now, and it's like for the NFL, the players aren't in the bubble. The coaches, nobody's in a bubble, but you're doing frequent testing.
Hmm.
So with that, it's like, all right, they're still capable of getting COVID regardless. There's not no actual social distancing because these players don't have a mask while they're playing. It worked for basketball though because they had a bubble. They isolated that entire team, that entire group, whatever, whoever was on that train to Orlando.
Right.
They isolated everybody. I don't understand why they couldn't do that for football, but anyway, going back to just the idea of the concerts and stuff coming back, I think that they need to figure it out because a lot of people only get paid off show money. You
True.
you as a DJ, as an artist know people not really getting money from the record labels like that. So if you getting show money, I would you pay $5 to see? No offense, we love Big Crit, but would you pay $5 to see Big Crit perform on the internet?
Okay, so
What's that thing about?
I'm gonna tell you what's there to think about when you get into what we are saying is the new normal. Now, you have a lot more people that are skeptical about this virus than most people put on. So there's a lot more people that are willing to say, "Hey, I'm within the comfort of my own home. I don't have no risk of going out here and getting this virus. I don't have to worry about getting sick, blase blase." And so they're probably willing to pay $5 versus going to pay. And then if you're in a situation where what if that's what's the only thing that's being offered?
I ain't gonna pay for it.
You're not gonna pay $5. If
No,
that's the only thing that's the only option that's being offered. He ain't going on tour in no arena, no stadium, no nothing, no time
I
soon.
stopped watching the versus battles because it was just like they were uploading to title. Like it's no point. I want atmosphere. I I I I can create an atmosphere in my own home, but I want to see the atmosphere with other people.
I
I
mean, but okay. So why not have people like
I
that's just
know
like
those
people
people.
know what I'm saying. So you want to have an atmosphere with people that you don't know?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm explaining. So when I say I want that atmosphere, I want it to be simply all right. I want to have all right. I don't know these four people, but we like the same motherfucker. So we finna jam together. We gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna
Mhm.
be it's gonna be a better vibe than what it is to just do it by myself or around people that I know.
Okay.
All right. For instance, did you know he did? He was doing a live today. He was performing a live today. Did you know that?
I saw him on live
Did
today.
you watch him?
I didn't watch for long. I had things to do at that time.
Man, no, you didn't. If you watched him, you had plenty of time.
I didn't watch for long.
Okay.
But
No.
also, Big Chris and like I don't get on. I honestly don't get on Instagram as often as I should, and that's the only place that I follow him. So I don't know a lot of times when he's going live or anything like that.
Why don't you like social media like that?
It's a time waster.
Is it?
You can get sucked in. It's easy. It's easy to go on there even when I'm posting for the podcast or for business reasons. Like I'll get on
Ooh,
there and then after I get on there, I just start
I remember
scrolling.
when you was off of Facebook and we was prep. This was before, I think, before the pod started, and we were prepping for it, and or something like that. And you was supposed to be posting something about the pod, and then you started scrolling. I said, "Get your ass off Facebook."
Yep. It'll suck you in. I try to stay as far away from it. Number one, because I'm a procrastinator.
Yeah,
I
you don't do shit
procrastinate.
on time.
I procrastinate. I wait to the very last minute, but I tell you one thing, that shit be coming out noise, whatever it is I do. But I procrastinate.
Except for the promo
And
video. God
huh?
damn. Except for the promo video.
That
God
one,
damn.
I don't know what happened. Well, I know what
You
happened with
told
that.
in my
I did.
ass.
I did. I did. Honestly, I wasn't tearing in. I needed to understand the logic. Anyways, we're moving past that.
Right. Okay.
We had a plan B and that motherfucker worked out really well. Uh but no, like I procrastinate. So getting on social media will give me another reason to procrastinate. I have a ton of things that I need to be getting done right now, or I could be getting done right now. And instead of, just sitting around not doing it,
That's an,
being on social media, I'm up, you
I
know.
remember what I was supposed to ask you now
hmm
about your anxiety. We were supposed to be
Oh, we
talking.
were
See,
supposed to discuss anxiety.
When I tell
Because we were
you
talking about the
the
bugs.
hold on now. When I tell you, she just got to be the engineer. She just got to be the engineer, cause man.
Shut up.
So now that we talking about how social media sucks you in, I mean, you said you've been feeling a lot of anxiety
Yeah.
lately. Can you talk to us or our people too about what's been going on in your mind or what you've been feeling and why you've been feeling it? If you can talk about that.
Um. Okay, so I'm a person that likes to have control. I like to be in charge of everything. I like to be able to put my hands on everything. Anything that I want to get accomplished, I want to be the person to do it. I don't want to necessarily delegate. I have I really have a problem with that. But at the same flip of the coin, I'm the type of person to be like, okay, why you ain't helping me? You know? I know I'm a woman sometimes. Anyways,
Sometimes.
but
You a nigga too, so you right about sometimes.
forget you, dude. Anyways, but no, like I really have to have control of things. So when I feel like I am losing control, and that's kind of where things started to hit, like kind of make a turn for me recently, was like I started feeling like life was just going every which way. And it it wasn't necessarily any outside forces that was causing life to go every which way. It was really just me, and trying to do a lot. But when I feel like things are kind of out of control and out of my grasp, I just get still. And that is when I get like, I become like a couch potato. I don't really get nothing done. But in my mind, I'm like, I really need to be doing X, Y, and Z. I really got this mix that I've been talking about doing for about 3 weeks now.
You
And
ain't finished that yet?
not that one, the one that I told you about last week.
I'm waiting on the R&B joint. I feel you, but
And see,
uh,
that's my thing too. I'll start on something and I don't finish it. I have no follow through, absolutely no follow through. Um, so that's a big problem for me. But it's like I sit and I worry over everything that I need to get done, and then I don't get it done. And
that's
then I sit and I go in on myself because it's like, well, you sat and you spent all this time thinking about it and you just didn't get up and do it. Now you really ain't got it done, and it's still sitting there. You know what I'm saying? But then I get to a place where I encountered I had to do something. Like, I had no choice. I think it was the day I needed to give Roxy a bath.
mm-hmm.
And after I was like, ooh, I needed to shave Roxy and give her a bath. So in doing that, I was like, well, now the bathroom need to be cleaned up because I need to take a shower because after giving her a bath, I'm dirty. Now I got to clean up the whole bathroom, and now I can take me a shower, and now I can, I feel a little bit more refreshed because I've gotten some of those things that were originally on my to-do list
Mm-hmm.
taken care of. So in understanding more of my anxiety, it was more of me just starting with one thing and allowing it to be a snowball effect into everything else that I needed to get done. But that's kind of how it's brought on as well.
Mm. Oh, that's a lot to take in. For the, I mean, you know what's crazy? I in the field that I work in, I deal with a lot of people with severe anxiety.
Mm,
Um, and it's like when I look at myself, and I don't know if I have anxiety or if it's just simply, me like, oh shit, it's something else I gotta do. But it's like I'm so self motivated, and it's like you try to find that in somebody else. Cause I'm gonna tell you, when I know that it's something I need to be doing, I'm at least gonna start it.
right.
I might not have the best follow through with, being as consistent, but starting it, I'm gonna start it because I just feel like just stand your ass up, go do what you're supposed to be doing,
Right.
and you'll see how you feel while you're doing it. If you're not really feeling it, all right, you get some of it done. You can come back later and do a little bit more. I also look at it like, if you do just stand up and do it, and you feel good about doing it, now you say, okay, maybe I can apply that type of idea or that type of motivation into other things that I'm supposed to be doing, and I might.